Hello everyone, welcome to Kitchen Conversations with Amber. Today we will be talking about 5 things to look out for when choosing your stainless steel worktop. Today my guest is Gianluca Perin, who has been the export area manager at Barazza since 2018. Barazza has been offering high quality stainless steel products since 1968. They are highly regarded on the market because of the punctuality of the deliveries, as well as excellent after-sales service. Today, Barazza is present in over 50 countries and growing. Gianluca is joining us today from a beautiful Podon in Italy. Hello, Gianluca. It is great to have you here with me today. Gianluca, you are muted. We've got some technical muted. We can't hear you. Yes, maybe you press the muted. We can't hear you. It's muted. The mic is muted. Oh,
hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, can
Now
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now very well.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here and to discuss a little bit more about the stainless steel, especially made by Barazza.
Well, I'm looking so much forward to the conversation, and thank you for joining me from Italy. We all love Italy, so it's great pleasure to have you here. But at the same time, we may experience some technical issues, so please be patient with us. So today, as I mentioned, we are talking about 5 things that we should look out for when choosing stainless steel worktop. So why do you think people would consider stainless steel worktop instead of any other material?
Okay, perfect. So as we know, the stainless steel is the excellence into the kitchen. So consider that most of the Italian kitchen makers are using as the top quality kitchen the stainless steel. And the reason why they are doing this, of course, is because of the quality and the performance of it. And the stainless steel is smooth, it's compact and shining surface admirably reflects the concept of ecological sustainability and the attention to the people lifestyle. Fully recyclable and no toxic emissions, and the stainless steel is the symbol of Barazza's search of perfection. Imagine that if you're thinking about the professional sector, when you go into the restaurant, you can see stainless steel everywhere. And the reason is because they are giving food that must be healthy, and they even clean it without any problem and in a short time.
Yes, I think that's quite important, especially for people who actually enjoy using the kitchen and they use the kitchen a lot. So in terms of the finishes, I understand that Barazza provides different solutions. So it's not only the traditional polished finish that we can see in the restaurant, but there are other solutions that actually our audience could consider. If you can tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, of course. We are, of course, proposing different kind of finishing because we like also to make a combination with all of our appliances and other products. But of course, the world is full of different people, so we like to propose also another solution. At the moment, we are proposing to our customers 5 different solutions of finishing. The first one is the satin, which is the most common. The second one is vintage, which is really particular and shows to the people the ability of our team because every piece is different from each other. It's made by hand, so as you can imagine, it's something really particular. The other one is the mat. Mat is again made by hand and it's giving to the customer the possibility to have a kind of anti-fingerprint aspect. It's a natural one. You know, stainless steel is really particular. It has to be clean also to be looking good. And the mat, it's giving you the possibility to be more easily when you're cleaning. Then we have the ice, which is less bright compared to the mat, and it's also giving you the possibility to make to prepare the food on it, also to avoid the visibility of the scratches, because you know sometimes people do not like to see the scratches on the stainless steel. So the ice is a good solution to cover it actually. And the last one is the trama, which is the last finishing we introduced. It's a very particular one nobody has in the market, and it's like a cross satin in 45 degrees. It's a very special one, and people love it.
Well, that's brilliant that you're actually offering such a variety of finishes. I also understand that there are different thicknesses that people can consider, and something that now becomes a feature that becomes quite unique to each kitchen as well. So in terms of other materials, they offer it as thin as 12 millimeters. But stainless steel gives us even better options, doesn't it? And especially Barazza stainless steel. So tell me more.
Absolutely, we have a various range of thickness because we are starting from the 4 millimeter full, which is very heavy and strong.
Brilliant.
Remind you the protection factor. This is for, let's say, heavy customers, heavy user of kitchen. Then we, from the 4, we can even reach 200 millimeter, and between them we have different solutions because we are using the stainless steel as a top surface, and then we are using very special material like aluminum honeycomb to prepare different kind of finishing. This is of course an advantage to the customer to have a unique piece and to match all the details of the kitchen, because Barazza is really focused to give a proper elements of the kitchen, but with a special design. Everything must be perfect and with the Italian design.
Yes, it is very much so. We are now kind of waiting for our 4mm worktop to be installed for one of our clients next week. And also what I love about it, it's that it gives us more flexibility on the length as well, because it can be longer than most of the worktops on the market. What is the maximum length you can go to?
Yes, exactly. We have a lot of machinery, and every year we are investing to the technology. Imagine we have a bending machine and a laser machine, and we are the unique in the region of Italy, Veneto, which is our one, who have a 6-meter length of bending machine and laser. So it means that even your top can be 6 meters. Imagine to have an island. It can be 6 meters, but 1.5 meters. So it's a very big one.
Wow, it's a massive island. With our project, we've got 4 meters by 1.1 meter depth. We also incorporated the sink in it, which is a Barazza sink, which is molded in. So it's all nicely, beautifully manufactured. The problem is with English properties, how to bring it in. And that's one of the things that we had to consider in the whole design process and also the installation, how to bring in the worktop into the property, because most of the time the kitchen is in a new extension and it has to come through the house. In this case, we actually managed to hold on with one of the walls, and the contractor is waiting for us to bring in everything to build the last wall. So again, it's something that has to be considered during the designing process and specification of the product. But knowing that stainless steel worktops by Barazza, they offer such a great variety of finishes, thicknesses, and what is very important, also the length, it's great. But at the same time, we also are aware that every product's got its pros and cons. So, in terms of the stainless steel worktops, what are the constraints or limits that we should actually consider?
Okay. Concerning the limit of the stainless steel, one of the most popular is about the scratches you can see when you start to use the stainless steel. Of course, we are proposing, as I said before, a different kind of finishing, but another solution that we always propose and we study carefully is to give to the customer the possibility to have, let's say, the washing area, so I mean a sink, in a very big dimension and with a particular shape which allows you to add trays or other kind of accessory. So the stainless steel, it will be, sorry, the top of the stainless steel, it will be just by itself, and you can work and you can prepare everything on your washing area, just because the stainless steel, so the Barazza studied this concept. It's very particular, but as we can see, we solve all the problems from the customer. For the positive things of the stainless steel, of course, it's the most hygienical stainless steel material. You cannot imagine any other material who can give you more hygienic topics and let's say hygienical characteristics.
In terms, well, one of the limits that every person considering stainless steel should, it depends on the finish which they're going to go for, but stainless steel does scratch. And it will show if you go into satin finish, probably the most, it's going to show the scratches in time. However, some of our clients, that's what they love about stainless steel, because that the material age with the kitchen, and it's actually, you can see how it changes in time and how it's been used, and it adds a little bit more authenticity to the kitchen, that it's actually fully functional and people can enjoy it. There are some solutions like the vintage, which you mentioned, that it actually is pre-scratched surface, is it? And people actually buy it already scratched. So if they add it, if they add any scratches on top, you can't really see it as much as you see it on the very smooth and brand new worktop. In terms of the edge, with some of the materials like marble or composite stone, you can have different types of the edge. With stainless steel, you mainly go for the double pencil. It's very square edge. Is that right?
Actually, it's not like this, because we have different kind of solution. We are giving to the customer the possibility to make like a step edge or a 45-degree or 60-degree. And don't forget that we can also buy all the doors, the back panels, and other kind of file with the same shape. So it's there is a variety of working process that can personalize your top.
Oh,
It's not
brilliant.
just a square edge, but it's gonna be something really particular. Even, for example, where customer have kids working around the island, we always suggest to make a round corner, which is avoiding, any problem and any, let's say, damages to them.
Yes, well, that's really important that people's got so much choice and they can actually decide and make it very individual and bespoke to their own needs and space. In terms of the maintenance, you've mentioned that stainless steel worktops are very durable and hygienic. But what would be important to consider during the using and maintaining the stainless steel worktops?
Yes, exactly. Imagine that when we are delivering all our products to the customer, which is coming to a big wooden crate in a very safety way, there is also a kit inside for the maintenance and the care, composing different kind of products. One is for the everyday cleaning, so something really soft, and another product which is a little bit more aggressive into the stainless steel, and it must be used only once a month. Of course, depends on the use, but it's giving back the finishing of the product as you bought it in the past. Always we suggest to use a very simple product to clean it with a microfiber towel, and concerning the cleaning, it's something really easy for the stainless steel because the surface is really smooth, and you're gonna see that it's also something that saves your time when you are cleaning it.
Well, that's actually extremely helpful because there is lots of stainless steel cleaning products on the market, but receiving something with the worktops makes our life so much easier to start with, especially for the clients who has never had stainless steel, or is it the stainless steel worktop for them, that it makes it very easy for them and actually makes it very useful to understand how to maintain, which also uh, makes the product longevity much longer, and they can enjoy it for much longer as well. So is stainless steel used mainly for the worktops? Can it be used for something else in the kitchen?
Yes, absolutely. As I said before, we are also giving the possibility to the customer to buy the front doors in a different kind of finishing. We have the complete stainless steel one, or we have the one which is stainless steel in the front and a very special aluminum on the back, which is giving less weight, of course, because the door must be also light,
Oh,
heavy,
yes.
not very strong, otherwise it's gonna destroy. Then we also have the possibility to make the backsplash, the panels, then we have the panels also for the fridges. So all the complete kitchen can be covered by the style with the same finishing.
Yes, I think we've done a project in the past with stainless steel doors. And as we're working with the bespoke product, all our kitchens made by Amber are made to order, and they also of very high quality. Having the stainless steel wrapped around and having the back of the panels was very important to us. Therefore, we had to consider the weight. And we did learn a lesson, I must say, that the weight of the doors is extremely important, especially when it comes to the dishwashers, when it comes to the fridges, because they come with their own hinges system. And very often we have to consider that during the design process, that if it's too heavy, we will have to think of another solution for that part of the kitchen. With our bespoke cabinetry at Amber, we can allow more hinges. We can be much more flexible with that. But with the appliances, it is very important to consider. but it's great also, as you mentioned, to use it for the splashbacks. And then we can get the worktop and the splashback in the same finish. So I think the product offers us, and especially Barazza product offers us extreme flexibility in terms of the design. And for us, for the designers and manufacturers of the kitchens, we are really happy to work with the product, which actually can assist us with different solutions and ideas and provide our clients with very unique and individual look. So, last thing that I would like to talk to you about, which is a very hot topic, and I do ask all my guests about it, is the sustainability. This is something that has been very important to all of us at Amber for many years. It's not very recent. We've always been looking into the sustainability, quality of the product, longevity, and durability. What is about stainless steel worktops? You mentioned at the beginning that it is quite sustainable in itself, but is there anything you can add to it, or if we can just revise it again? What should we consider? Why should we consider stainless steel as a sustainable product? And is there anything that Barazza does in a specific way that you could share with us?
Absolutely. It's as you correctly say, it's ecological, and Barazza is really taking care about the people lifestyle. The stainless steel is fully recyclable, and there are no toxic emission. Every product that we are using, especially into the packages, it will be recyclable, and we are using very sophisticated materials. We receive also a certification from an ecological company, which is certifying that our products can be, let's say, all the packaging can be certified, let's say, a domestic, how to say, a domestic, let's say, rubbish contained.
Well, I must say, your worktops come perfectly packaged. They not only because of it's in the box, which is, as you mentioned, is completely recyclable. It also makes sure for us, as we organize the delivery and we organize the whole process, make sure that the product is safe and it doesn't come damaged, which in one sense is extreme problem for some of the suppliers and also impact the environment and sustainability if the product comes damaged and it has to go into a waste and it has to be thrown away. That is such an important thing to consider, and for us at Amber, it's one of the things that we always pay attention when we specify a supplier, because we just find that packaging and securing the product and the delivery of the product from one place to another is actually part of the whole process, and it's very important also from the sustainability point of view. The product is very durable, which means that it's very long lasting, and again, building very bespoke high quality kitchens, the aim for it is that people enjoy it for longer, which means that they don't have to replace it in the next 5, 10, 15 years. And that also helps with the environment and protects the environment from the unnecessary wastage and people changing the kitchen more often than they actually should. Now, going back to what we discussed, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're talking about 5 things to look out for when choosing a stainless steel worktop. So let's just do a quick recap so people can take notes or think about it in more details. So the first question was about why stainless steel. So you mentioned very nicely that it's a smooth, compact, and shining surface, but it's also very hygienic and durable. We also talk about different finishes, that it's a polished, satin, vintage, matte, but you also have got something that it's not available from anyone else, that it's texture, finish, and pattern. Then we talked about constraints and limits, as every product has their constraints, that it can scratch. But then that gives us a more professional look. So it's for everyone to decide if it's a limit or it's actually something that can embrace the kitchen. In terms of the maintenance, Barazza very kindly provides a cleaning product together with the worktop, which makes our life much easier from the beginning. Therefore, helps us to make sure that it's very clean and hygienic at all times. And finally, we have what else we can use the stainless steel for within the kitchen design. So we talked about splashbacks, we talked about fronts of the doors, and I think we forgot to mention, but we can also use it for the profile sections and plinths. So if someone's got a stainless steel worktop, but they would like to introduce the stainless steel in another part of the kitchen just to link it nicely together, introducing as a part of the plinth is always a very good idea, especially if it's a working kitchen. If someone is using the kitchen a lot, plinth is usually the space, the area where it gets much more dirty and we splash things, we drop things. So I think it's quite important to make sure we can just use the mop, keep it nice and clean and hygienic also. So that takes us to the end of our conversation today. I would like to say a big thank you to Gianluca for joining me from Italy. And I hope you enjoyed the meeting. And I hope to meet you again.
Thank you very much to you and Sophie. And it's been a really pleasure for me, and I hope to see you soon. And talking about other things, because Barazza it's not only stainless steel worktop, but it's a lot of more.
Yes, let's keep it for the next episode.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.